A baby lies in a christening gown before the altar of St. Peter's in the Vatican. Cardinals stand in formation. Incense drifts through the nave. Flashbulbs go off outside the basilica. He cannot speak yet, cannot walk yet, cannot even sit up on his own. And yet this moment, on 29th May 2010, decides his future for good. His name, Leopold, Ernest, Augustus, Guelph, Windsor. His house, Windsor. His place in the British line of succession, erased before he could ever have claimed it. This is the story of the forgotten royal. The reason has nothing to do with him. It lies in a law from 1701, the Act of Settlement. Catholics on the British throne, barred. Anyone who marries a Catholic, barred as well. A text over 300 years old decides, in 2010, the fate of an infant in the Vatican. In 2013, Parliament loosens the law with the Succession to the Crown Act, but only partway. Marrying a Catholic no longer costs you your place in the line. Being Catholic yourself still does, without exception. For Leopold, the new law changes nothing. 7 years earlier, Leopold's father, Lord Nicholas Windsor, gives the Times a single statement. Easter Sunday, 2001. He is received into a Catholic parish in London, quietly, with no ceremony for the press. He has converted to Catholicism, he says, and prefers to say no more. No scandal, no grand explanation. One sentence, and his own claim to the throne is history. 2006, inside the Vatican. Nicholas marries Paola Doimi de Lupis Frankopan. First a civil ceremony in London, then, weeks later, the religious wedding in Rome. The first church wedding of a British royal ever held at that site. Cameras outside the church, cardinals as witnesses, a guest list that unsettles the Kensington set. Some observers later call it the quiet Vaticanization of a branch of the Windsors. Paola's family traces its line to the old Croatian noble houses of Frankopan and Zrinski. Cambridge, then the Sorbonne, then bylines for Tatler and Vogue, before she becomes Lady Nicholas Windsor. Her brother, Peter Frankopan, later becomes a world-renowned historian. Two aristocratic worlds collide, one with a throne, one without. 3 sons follow: Albert, Leopold, Louis. Albert arrives in 2007, christened in the Queen's Chapel. Catholic like his father by then. Leopold follows in 2009, his christening held, unlike his brothers, inside the Vatican itself. All 3 are automatically struck from the succession through no choice of their own. Louis, the youngest, arrives in 2014, when his mother is 44. The press calls him a miracle baby, born against the statistical odds. 3 brothers, 1 exclusion, no vote in the matter. Until 2015, Leopold appears in no official register of the crown. Not in Debrett's, not in Whitaker's almanac, as if he had never existed. Only after that does he appear on paper as number 41, with no function attached. A title printed in an almanac, almost no one outside genealogy circles ever opens. Journalists recounting the list in 2016 find him buried among names few people know, far behind the names everyone does. But even that number does not hold. Every new birth further up the line pushes him further down, year after year, with nothing about his own situation ever changing. A cousin shows just how narrow the line is. Lady Amelia Windsor, model, society fixture, regular guest at royal occasions, is never confirmed in the Catholic Church. She keeps her place in the succession, the only one of her generation to do so. Same blood, same house, opposite fate. Decided before the children could grasp what it meant. Two cousins, one family tree, two entirely separate public lives. The pattern itself is nothing new. George Windsor, Earl of St. Andrews, loses his place in 1988 over his Catholic marriage and only gets it back in 2015. His son Edward, Lord Downpatrick, stays excluded because he converted himself. Still, the highest-ranking Windsor barred on those grounds. Downpatrick's sister, Marina, loses her place for the same reason. Three cousins, three generations, the same mechanism, the same quiet exclusion without public debate. Faith beats birthright again and again inside the same family. 4 generations, one recurring pattern, never an exception for the youngest. From the outside, almost none of this is visible. The family lives largely in Rome, far from Windsor Castle and Kensington Palace. No Instagram account, no puff pieces, no fixed spot at Trooping the Colour. Lord Nicholas himself seeks the spotlight on only one front, as a voice for the Pontifical Academy for Life, in statements that make headlines internationally. In 2008, he calls abortion, in one interview, worse than the terror of Al-Qaeda. In 2018, Leopold reportedly appears at his father's side at a wedding. There is barely more visibility than that. In September 2025, his grandmother, Catherine, Duchess of Kent, passes away. Mourners in black, bells tolling, the royal family nearly at full strength in the pews. His father stands alone inside Westminster Cathedral. His mother is absent. Days later comes confirmation of what family friends already know. Nicholas and Paola Windsor are living apart. Both, it's said, had barely appeared together at royal events for years. A divorce, sources say, will never happen on principle, but neither will another photo of them together. Leopold is 16 at this point. No press statement, no interview, no photo of him alone. Just the family name in passing mentions. A title with no function, a family quietly falling apart, a succession he never opted out of, because no one ever asked him. A rank well past 40, and falling, as new cousins and nephews keep being born elsewhere. More than any other cousin of his generation, his case shows how much belonging to the crown can hinge on a single rite performed in childhood. No scandal wrote him out of the succession, no choice of his own, no misstep. Forgotten, not because history lost track of him. Forgotten because a christening in 2010 wrote him out of it, for good.